This whole story would begin when Goku was fighting against Jiren after the victory of the android number 17. Several days would have passed. In those days, the kings of everything were talking about the great skills that Goku showed in the Tournament of Power. Without a doubt, Goku was the warrior that stood out the most in this tournament. To see him dominate the power of the gods was incredible. I didn't even think that a mortal like our friend Goku could reach so far. At that moment, Zeno of the present was thinking something. Hey, do you know why we did this tournament? Well, I don't know. What was the reason? The real reason was to look for a replacement to rule the 12 universes. We have been in this position for a long time. It is time to rest and leave the position to Goku. I like your thinking. Goku would be the best candidate to our replacement. Besides, he's a mortal with a pure heart. Zeno would call the angel Daishinkan to inform him of everything he was thinking. He is only a mortal. I don't think he has what it takes for that position. At that moment, Daishinkan would think, I've wanted that position for a long time. I've been waiting for you to leave your position so I could be the king of everything. Why should you give it to someone like him? Damn it! Daishinkan, do you oppose our decision? Goku will be our replacement whether you like it or not. The only thing that interests me is to play. I'm not interested in controlling the 12 universes. If you say so, great Zeno, I will listen to you. At this moment, I will go to look for the Saiyan Goku to bring him to the palace. On the way, I will inform him of everything. It's okay, I will be waiting for you. Daishinkan would fly to Universe 7 at great speed. Meanwhile, on Earth, Goku and Vegeta were fighting to see who was the strongest. While Whis and Beerus were enjoying the delicious food of the earth, Mr. Beerus, I love the food of Earth. It has such a fascinating taste. I know, Whis. Please bring us more food. Suddenly, while Whis was eating, he would have felt an extremely strong presence. So, getting serious. What's wrong, Whis? Why did you stop eating? It's such a waste that you don't eat the food of this planet. Mr. Beerus, my father is approaching at great speed. Beerus at that moment would have thrown the food on the ground, so he would have become very nervous. Are you serious? The great priest is coming to Earth? Now what the hell did Goku do? If he comes personally, it means that we are in big trouble. The only thing left to do is to wait to see what he will say. While Beerus speaks in a very nervous way, Daishinkan would come to Earth, making us shake a little by his arrival. Beerus would get down on his knees at the sight of Daishinkan, while Vegeta and Goku would continue fighting. Hey you guys, what are you supposed to be doing still fighting? Come down at once and bow. Vegeta would have knelt down while Goku, with his way of being, would have simply greeted the angel. Beerus, seeing this, would give him a small blow on the head and then put him on his knees. And tell me, great Daishinkan, what brings you to this humble planet? Did Goku do something wrong? He did nothing wrong, but you are not as wrong as you think. The reason why I came to Universe 7 is because Zeno-Sama has a very important matter to talk to Goku. What matters could Zeno-Sama have with Goku? God of Destruction, is that if I tell you that you would not believe it. But let's say that the great Zeno said that Goku would be his new replacement. He no longer wants to rule the 12 universes. He wants Goku to be the new king of everything. Daishinkan would say this with a very serious face. Beerus, along with the others, would be very shocked. Is he serious? This must be a joke. Zeno-Sama said that Goku would be the new king of everything. I can't believe all this. I couldn't believe it either. But it's true, he said it recently. Apparently he was talking to the other Zeno about all this. And tell me, Goku, what do you think about all this? I don't know what to think. I never thought that Zeno would choose me as his new replacement. I really can't accept. I prefer to simply train and become stronger. Mr. Goku, even if you don't want to, you have to accept. No one can disobey Zeno's orders. Otherwise, you run the risk that your whole universe will be eliminated. The best thing you can do is accept this great opportunity. Goku wouldn't say anything at that moment because he was so confused. I still did not believe what the angel said was true. Suddenly, they all left together with the angel for the palace of the great Zeno. At that moment, the two Zeno were waiting for Goku sitting on their thrones. When they saw Goku, they got up immediately to give him a hug. Goku, you have finally come. You heard what Daishinkan told you? Now you will be my replacement and you will rule the 12 universes. I know you will do a great job. But Zeno, I can't accept it. It is too much pressure for me. Zeno would make an angry face. What did you say, Goku? Can you repeat it again? Beerus, seeing all this, would have covered Goku's mouth. Excuse me, Great Zeno. He said he would gladly accept the position. God, that's what I thought. Because if you said no, I would think of erasing several universes. Goku would think, damn it, I don't want this position. But I have no choice. The life of all the universes depends on me. Daishinkan, I want you to bring all the angels and gods. Today we will have a ceremony to crown Goku as the next king of everything. And in that ritual I plan to give him my powers to erase the universes. But Great Zeno, if you do that your life will be in danger. That really doesn't matter to me. Now all I want is to rest in peace, to play without worries for all eternity. At that moment, Daishinkan would go to the other universes to invite the gods to the ceremony. Beerus, who was waiting for the ceremony to start, would think, so really Goku will be the new king of everything? But if Zeno dies, his power would be given to Goku. Goku can be a little immature, but Zeno is much more so. Really, now destruction awaits us, but I can't stop this. It only remains to see what will happen from now on. The future can be very uncertain. The hours and minutes would have passed. Finally, the ceremony would have begun. The 12 gods, along with their angels, were watching what was happening, while in their minds 1,000 things were happening at that moment. Most of these gods were not in favor. It was something very risky. But what could they do at that moment? If they just said something, they could be eliminated in the blink of an eye. Goku would be walking with the two Zeno. Our moment as kings of all is over. Now is the time for you, Goku, to start ruling these universes. I know that with you, peace will reign. Before we say goodbye, we want to give you the greatest power of all, and that is the power to eliminate everything at your whim. Suddenly, in the palm of Zeno's hand, a white ball of energy could be seen. In this ball could be seen the galaxies and stars. Goku, at the moment of feeling the power of this small ball of energy, would have been very scared. What kind of power is this? It does not make any sense. In my life I had felt something like this. So this is the true power of the great Zeno. If that is something amazing. Before we lose our lives, I will tell you a secret before receiving my position as king of everything. Before, there was someone else who ruled the 12 universes. He was my master. When my master had reached his limit and was about to lose his life, he would give me what I was giving you. But before giving it to me, he warned me of one thing. The only way for me to get that power was to have a pure heart, and the only way to do it was to become a child. I think you are someone with a pure heart. You have already proved it a lot. You're incredible, Zeno, to think that before giving me your power, you were able to recover your conscience and your old memories. If that is your wish, I will do it like your master did. Zeno would give the power to Goku. When he gave him his power, his body would have disappeared instantly, along with the body of the Zeno of the future. Goku would start touching his head, and then put his hand on the ground. What's wrong with me? My eyesight is blurring. My body is not holding all this power. I feel like it's going to explode at any moment. But I can't give up. I have to endure it no matter what it takes. Goku would start to scream from the pain. Suddenly, an aura would have begun to cover the Saiyan's body. Goku would start to fly through the air, while a big aura would fall on him. I must be able to control this power. The would try to compress the power in his body, concentrating as much as possible. At that moment, his hair would have grown a lot, getting a very strange transformation. He had long hair, but it was white. Goku, at the moment of getting the transformation, could barely speak. His body was doing its best not to explode because of so much power. At that moment, a golden light would illuminate the whole palace. A big text would start to show. In that text, it would say, "Congratulations to all. A new king has been born, and his name is Goku." The gods would see this and would kneel before Goku, as they knew how impressive he was. The Saiyan would walk to his lathe to sit down, while his two guardians were waiting for him. Congratulations, Goku, for being the new king of everything. And now, what is going to happen? Do you have a new order? When Goku was about to say something, he would have spit out some blood, thus fainting to lose the transformation. Daishinkan, upon seeing this, would grab Goku's body. Sir, Goku is fine. Damn it, he can't die yet. If he dies, the power that Zeno gave him will be completely gone. Daishinkan would have analyzed Goku's body, realizing that his organs were very damaged. Apparently, Goku still couldn't control his new power as a king at all. His body is between life and death. I must save him at all costs. Daishinkan would begin to use his power as an angel, thus beginning to heal the internal wounds of Goku. After having healed his wounds, the other gods, who were upset and confused, would begin to complain to the angel. How is this possible? Now, Goku is the strongest being of all the universes? Without a doubt, we have to do something. We cannot stay with our hands crossed. This is something totally unfair. Gods and angels, I know that all this is something new, but don't worry. If someone opposes to all this, I won't intervene. You are free to claim him or use your strength. You only have to wait a week until he wakes up. Attacking him with his guard down is cowardly. Without further ado, you who are waiting to get out of here, go do your work like gods. Vegeta along with Beerus and Whis would have returned to Universe 7, but this time they would go to the planet of the Destroyer God. Once there, they would all stay there without saying a word, since everything had happened so fast. Whis, a question? Now that Kakarot is the new king of everything, it means that he is the strongest of all. Will I never be able to surpass him? It is not so true that, Vegeta. Now Goku is true that he received an enormous power and his appearance changed, but it will take him enough time to dominate the power as king of all. You do not see that his body is still very fragile. What will happen now is that the gods of destruction will try to end the life of Goku. Goku has to earn the respect of all if he wants to rule the 12 universes. Maybe a war is formed by the power that keeps inside his body, but that we cannot know yet. So, I can still overcome him, even though now he has become almost invincible. That's Vegeta. You have to train very hard. At that moment, Beerus would say, "You know what, Whis? When the time comes, I will also face him. That he has such power is not the most appropriate." Meanwhile, the other gods. The god Vemalt was extremely angry, because Zeno, why did you do that? That position had to be for one of my warriors, or maybe for a god of destruction. We also tend to destroy things, but it's not too late. The Saiyan of Universe 7 almost exploded because of the power that Zeno left him. It's only a matter of time to wait a week, and when the week passes, I will go to claim him. The 12 gods of destruction thought in a very similar way, since in their selfish desire they could not let Goku be the new king of everything. A week would have passed, and Goku had started to open his eyes, but by the time he did, his head would start to hurt. Little rays of energy would start to come out of his body, thus having a flashback. Goku would be in a place where you could see all 12 universes together. Where am I supposed to be? I'm sure I just woke up, after utilizing the great power of Zeno, because even though I'm in space, I can be able to breathe. Suddenly, a very imposing being would have made his presence known. Wow, so you are the new king of everything. Yes, that is impressive. Someone as young as you already having that position? Who are you? Tell me, where am I? This place is just a parallel world that exists inside your body, able to connect your current consciousness with the world. As you master the power of elimination, you will unlock specific memories that you may want to know, and also new skills that may be useful in the future. As this is a place where your body does not wear out, you may be able to use your power to the maximum. How about having a fight with me, so you can see what awaits you in the future? If you manage to give me a fight, I will tell you a secret that may be of interest to you. If what you say is true, my body can't be damaged in this place, so I can activate the power of the king of everything. Goku would start to increase his ki, giving a loud scream, and then transform into his form as the king of everything. Well, what are you waiting for? Fight me! Goku would throw himself against the mysterious guy, and then kick him in the face. But the guy would have stopped him with only one hand, and then grabbed Goku's leg, starting to spin around to later release it with great force. Goku would crash with 7 planets, but his body would still be intact. Goku with the 7 planets with which he would have crashed would have started to use mental power, so that those 7 planets would start to fly around him. How about this? Goku would start to throw those planets as if they were simple stones against the subject. But the subject who saw the planets approaching him would only cover himself with both hands. Goku clenched his fists in this way, causing the planets to compress. The planets would begin to touch their core. All 7 planets would have exploded at once. The subject had been caught in the explosion. Goku, taking advantage of the smoke from the huge explosion, would fly quickly to hit him in the stomach. The subject would stop Goku's blow, but Goku would start hitting him over and over again. Because this power is so incredible, I can't understand it. I can do whatever I want. Goku's fist would be filled with white energy. This energy would impact on the subject's ribs, causing him to crash into a nearby planet. Wow, how that Saiyan can understand how to use the power of the King of Everything. Although he is very young, he's not bad at all. In a real fight, maybe he would have been hurt. The guy would give a single round of applause, causing Goku to lose his transformation as the King of Everything. You didn't do too bad, but if I wanted to, I would have finished you off with one punch. Why did my power disappear? Don't worry, it only disappeared from here. I control everything in this place. But imagine, I only gave you a taste of 25% of the power you have. Before I leave, I will tell you the secret I promised you. I just want you to know that you're not alone. Maybe you think that your power is great, but there are stronger beings. That's all I can tell you. The being would have disappeared. Goku would regain consciousness. What was all that supposed to be? Who was he? Goku would sit on his bed to reflect on everything that was happening to him. Zeno, your death will not be in vain. I will do everything possible to be the best replacement. And now that I know that there are strong beings, that makes me very happy. Daishinkan would have knocked on the door. So, finally wake you up. Yes, you slept a lot. And tell me now, what will you do? I guess I'll go train. I must master this new power, whatever it costs me. I understand, but before I do, you have a little visitor. Who is supposed to visit me now? Goku would come out of the palace, so he would get a surprise. It's you, God Velma. Now that I'm the new ruler, you shouldn't do your job as a destroyer god. You think I'm going to listen to a mortal like you, who isn't even capable of controlling the power of the great Zeno? I haven't even been recovered for 2 hours, and already have people who oppose my becoming the new king? I know it wouldn't be easy, but if you chose me, it must be for a reason. The Guardians would have looked at him with an angry face, but Goku would have stopped them. I don't need anyone to defend me. I'll take care of this god myself. You're a little confident, but I want to see what you're made of. Goku had transformed into Super Saiyan Blue. The god Velmu would have increased his Hakai power. The two beings would have launched one against the other, thus starting a fist clash. We could only see the aura of these two subjects. But the god Velmu would have the advantage, since he had more combat experience. The fist clash would be won by Velmu, thus hitting Goku's face. That's the best thing you have, new king of everything. You're just trash. Velmu would have charged more than 10 spheres of Hakai energy to begin to contain Goku in one of those 10 spheres. The energy spheres would be launched against a Saiyan. Goku could barely dodge them. One of those spheres would have impacted against a Saiyan, but he would not be trapped inside the sphere. Only his clothes would burn a little, and he had some wounds. I see that you're very resistant. Maybe it is because of your new power. The god would begin to give blows and kicks to Goku, but Goku would dodge them with great difficulty. It is impressive the power that this god has, but now I am the new king of everything. If I can't beat him, I'll simply be a mockery for the others. Goku would move at high speed in order to throw a Kamehameha to the god Velmu. The Kamehameha would be enhanced to 3 times more. The energy attack would be launched against the god Velmu, but the god would create a ball of energy that would absorb the attack of Goku, causing it to become much larger. I see that you lack much more experience. The god Velmu would return his attack to Goku. The attack would impact against the Saiyan. Goku would be trapped in that great attack and starting to scream. His transformation as Super Saiyan Blue had been lost. But thanks to the attack that the god Velmu launched, he could recover again the transformation of the mastered Ultra Instinct. The god Velmu would start to laugh. That was all you had, new king of everything? No doubt you're just a talker, because you did not let your guardians protect you. You insolent, how dare you laugh at the death of the king of everything? You will pay the punishment for such grave insolence. You can't do anything to me. He himself ordered not to protect him. If you lay a hand on me, you would be disobeying his rules. But he is the king of everything. We couldn't protect him. We failed in our job of protecting him. Now that I have defeated him, it means that I will be the new king of everything. From the shadows, a voice would be heard, very annoying. Stop laughing. You are not going to be the god of anything, because at this moment I will end your life. It can't be possible. I ended his life, was consumed by his own attack. Goku would have appeared using his transformation again, but unlike the Tournament of Power, this transformation was much more powerful, because even though Zeno's powers was about destruction, For some reason, he had a lot of affinity with that transformation. Don't go and boost your ego too much. I ended your life, but if I have to do it twice, I will do it again. The god Velmu would put energy in his hand to create a kind of very sharp knife. I'm going to cut you into pieces. But Goku would dodge the attack by giving him a blow in the stomach, which would cause the god Velmu to spit a little blood. It can't be. After so many years, I'm spitting blood? And the worst thing is it was by a mortal? I just can't accept it. Goku would be hitting Velmu as if he were simple trash. The roles had been completely exchanged. But the god Velmu, who had a very big pride, would be able to grab Goku's fists and then kick him. Goku would have retreated. I see that you're able to at least make me back down. Velmu would be very tired. I am a god. If I'm going to lose my life to you, I must at least give it all. I won't give you my life so easily. The god Velmu would begin to increase his power to the maximum. The whole palace would be filled with a purple ki, thus producing great waves of heat. Saiyan, you will know the true power of a destroyer god!